Sadie? Yeah. She loves that thing. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, I thought we would do the swatches today of the Makeup Geek, the matte shadows. There are 20 of them, and they came out a couple weeks ago. I ordered them. I love Makeup Geek products so much. I've done a couple videos. I've shown you like all of my, single shadows. I've shown you foiled shadows, duochromes most recently, and then this collection came out and I ordered all 20 shades and I thought I'd swatch them for you. They're reasonably priced. That's what I love about Makeup Geek, and the quality is really, really good. I believe these are $6 a piece. Or you could get the set at a little bit of a discount, I believe it was. I forget how much it was now. I'll put that below. But yeah, I fell in love with a picture that they had on Instagram where they had all 20 shades in an extra large Z palette. And I happen to have an extra large Z palette because I got a double-sided Z palette, and I put all my Makeup Geek shadows, foiled, regular shadows, foiled, and those duochromes all in one double-sided Z palette. So this is where this palette, extra large Z palette, is where my regular Makeup Geek shadows were. So I put them all in here like this. They had a picture like this on Instagram, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna swatch all of these for you. I'm really interested to see about the quality of these. I haven't used them yet. I'm gonna swatch them for you, and then I'll start using them like tomorrow. You know how it goes. And I'll let you know. I've seen some mixed reviews here and there. So I'm really interested to see how these work and, what I think of them after using them for a while. I love shimmery eyeshadow, but I do love matte shadows because I think that really adds depth to your look if you mix mattes and shimmers. So let me get the swatching. I'm going to just go across and do 5 at a time for you. And we'll take a look at the colors. I'll do some very bad descriptions of colors as usual, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so row 1. I can tell you from doing the first row, a couple observations. These are very smooth, which is good. They seem to be very pigmented, as you'll see from my hand in a second. And, just overall, very, very smooth mattes. If they blend as smooth as they swatch, this could be very good. So let me go ahead and show you my hand, and we'll start on the very bottom. That last color on the bottom is a very light kind of a pink matte, and it's called Sorbet. So that very light pink, and on my skin it doesn't come off true to color, but it's called Sorbet. The next color I am crazy about. It is called Morocco, and this is a beautiful, like a burnt orange, gorgeous burnt orange shade. Really, really pretty. The next shade above that is a beautiful purple. It's called Carnival. So that looks really, really good. I was surprised how well pigmented that is. Sometimes light purples on me don't show up that great, and matte ones especially. So that really is showing up true to color on my hand. Fuji is the next shade up. And that just reminds me of the apple, Fuji apple, a really pretty color. I don't know how I'm going to wear that, but I'm going to have to figure out a way to wear that. The last color on the very top is Dragonfly. This is a really pretty green, a very like appley green shade. See, I told you the bad descriptions, but really, really pretty. I like the way that's swatched. It's very bright. Very, very bright. I can't wait to try these on my lids because they swatch so smoothly. When I pick up the color with my finger, there's a little excess on there, so I'm going to be looking for fallout with these as well. So we're on to the second row. All right, we are into the next row. At the very bottom, this is one of those really interesting mattes. It's called Mirage. It's an ivory matte. Very, very interesting because it does seem like it has a little shimmer to it, but it doesn't. Very interesting. Right above that, isn't that purple gorgeous? Oh my gosh, just dwell on that for a second. That purple is called Curfew. Really, really nice. It was interesting. I think that's the one that, no, there's another one coming up that stained my finger a bit. We'll go to the third from the top. That is Bedrock. So that is like one of your nice, really nice kind of ashy grays. Really, really pretty ashy gray. You can see that with using that with, every time I see a gray like that, I think of Maybelline. that asphalt color, and then the other one that's gray, the matte gray that came out originally, color tattoo. Anyway, I always think of that. Now these last two are totally in my zone. I can see I'm going to use those a lot. Vintage is the second from the top. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Vintage is beautiful. It's kind of like a, I don't know. It's almost like a burgundy gray. That's what it looks to me. That's a really bad description. But anyway, very top, gorgeous color. I was really excited about this one. It's called Cherry Cola. That is just perfect. It's like a really nice burgundy. It reminds me of a single matte shadow shade. Really, really pretty. This lineup right here. I could see doing something with these three. And then that purple is just too gorgeous for words. So we are going to go on to the third row, but that is the second row. Pleased with that row. Very pleased with that row. We'll go to the third row. All right, we are in the third row. These colors are gorgeous. Okay, the first one at the very, very bottom there. Let's focus on it really good. It's called Confection. And it is like a pinkish, lavenderish kind of very light pale shade. Don't know if it's coming off on me in the viewfinder. I can't see it coming off that way. The second shade from the top, from the bottom, excuse me, is called Blueberry, and this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous blue. It almost reminds me, she has a shade, I believe, called Nautica, and it's almost in that family, but I think Nautica might be a little deeper. I'm going to put those next to each other when I look at my regular shades in these. But Nautica, I think, is a deeper shade. Now, this next shade, oh my gosh. Okay, let me just tell you. The pigmentation on this next shade is out of control. It is a beautiful, beautiful matte teal, and it's called Time Travel. And I swear to God, I put my finger in it, and it was like putting my finger in ink. It is that pigmented. It like covered my whole finger with the shade, and there's you can't see behind. It's just opaque goodness. So I am excited to use that color. And again, it's called Time Travel, that beautiful teal right there. The next shade above that is a lighter matte lavender shade. It is called Fairy Tale. So really, really pretty. There's some great purples in here. That's the first thing I noticed when I opened this the package up and looked at the shades through the the plastic and everything. I was like, there are a lot of really good purple shades. I didn't realize that. The next one, the last one in the row up at the top there is called Concrete Jungle, and this is a really, really pretty shade. I like this better than the other gray. Concrete Jungle is just. It's a deeper gray than the other one, Bedrock, that I showed you. It's a deeper gray, but it has almost a purplish tint to it, so it makes it really, really deep. That's really pretty. But anyway, I can't get over this Time Travel. I mean, this is just gorgeous. I mean, my finger, let me try to show you. Just put my finger in it, and you just see how, look at that. I mean, it is no joke, the pigmentation on that. No joke. Go Makeup Geek. So we have one row left. Here we go. All right, last row at the very, very bottom. This is, oh, such a pretty color. It's called Petal Pusher. It's a really nice matte pinkish, but it's nice and deep. It doesn't look that way on my hand, but it is pretty deep. The next one, I think this was part of the regular collection and I just never got it. This is a color that I think I'm 95% positive it's been out for a while, so you might want to check your stash before you order like the bundle of these. It's called Stealth. It's a beautiful, beautiful gray, and I am like positive it was available before. I never purchased it though. Motown is next. That's the beautiful purple right there, Motown. Really nice. That's gorgeous. And then this color is gorgeous. Enchanted Forest. Enchanted Forest right there. That is a deep, deep green. Really, really pretty. That and Time Travel are just so gorgeous. She did a great job with matte greens and teals. That's really pretty. The top shade is called Americano, and this is going to appeal to a lot of people, I think. It's a brown. Look at that. It's a brown, and it's just really, really nice. It's almost like a burgundy brown. Oh, excuse my skin. My skin's getting a little ashy right there. I don't know what is going on with my hair. Anyway, it's a little, yeah, it's definitely a really pretty brown. Americano. Really, really nice. I can see doing a lot with that. So overall, just first impressions, these swatch really, really well. But you're going to want, one of the things I would say is I think a lot of people are going to figure that they don't need to get all 20. And the reason that I say that after swatching these, and even after looking at it when they came, there are a lot of colors that are, not a lot, there are a couple colors that are very similar. Like all of the purples, you might just want to get, you know, a couple of the purples. You might not want, you know, because really they're like 4 purples here, you know, so you might not want all of them. Then there are colors like these two, and I'm going to hold them up for you so you can see. Confection, right here, that's Confection, and then right next to it I'll put Petal Pusher. So these, you see how these are like, you know, and you probably pick, which do I want, you know, between these two. And then there's the other one, which is really a brighter pink, which is Sorbet. So you see what I'm saying? How can I hold all 3 of these? I wish I could hold all 3 of these up together. I'll figure out how to do it. Wait a second. Wait a second, girl. Use your talents. Use your brain. Let's see. Okay. Right here. There we go. Okay. There they all are. All right. So we've got Confection right here. In the middle is Petal Pusher. That's kind of the deepest shade. And then we've got Sorbet at the other end. All right, so you've got Sorbet at the other end, Petal Pusher in the middle, and then Confection. So, you know, that might be something where people are like, I think the closest Confection and Petal Pusher are very, very similar, you know, in here. So you might want to decide which do you want, the deeper one or the lighter one. You know, that kind of a thing. So, yeah, I think there's some shades here that you might not want to get all 20. You might make a decision on which ones you want. You get what I'm saying here. And then remember, I talked about a bunch of grays. So there's a bunch of different, there's like 3 different grays here. And these two to me are the most similar. I'll show you these. We've got Concrete Jungle and Bedrock. So you're going to want to decide, maybe, you know, I'm not saying you don't need all of these or you shouldn't get all of these, but Concrete Jungle is right here. This is the deeper gray. And then you have Bedrock right here, which is a lighter gray. So, you know, some people might say, I don't want both of these. I want one of those. And then you've got to add to the whole mix, Stealth, another gray. So the 2 that look the closest, I hope this is helpful. I really do. These are just like my thoughts just after looking at these. Concrete Jungle and Stealth. So you've got these 2. Do you need both? You know, people are going to decide. This is Stealth and this is Concrete Jungle. Really 2 gorgeous colors, but having thought, you know, knowing what I know now, I would probably pick one of them. See what I'm saying? All right, guys, so just think about that. They have beautiful swatches on the Makeup Geek site, and those would be very helpful when it comes to deciding if you want to kind of just get it down to colors that you definitely think that you can use and not do too much overlapping, that kind of a thing to add to your stash. Because when you have a decent amount of makeup, or, you know, colors that you really, really like, you might not want to invest in, you know, things that look very similar or things that look similar enough that, you know, you're thinking, oh, another $6, maybe not. So guys, thank you so much for watching. These did swatch beautifully though. I must say, I've never swatched a palette and had it look this neat before. Do you see how smooth these are? It looks like I hardly touched them. Beautiful. All right, guys, thank you. Hopefully this is helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.